Most people try LinkedIn lead gen form ads once and then they never touch them again. Why? Because they didn't know how to use them. So they end up thinking that they're broken. They blame the platform, the targeting, the algorithm, but the real reason 80% of marketers don't get results with LinkedIn lead gen forms is because they're not using the one simple framework that makes them actually convert. We've tested LinkedIn lead gen forms across hundreds of ad campaigns, spent millions in ad spend, and generated over 250,000 leads. And when they're done right, these little boxes blow everything else out of the water. But here's the thing, even if you set up everything perfectly, if you use these forms in the wrong context, they will flop. And just so you know who I am, I'm John, the founder of MinMax Media, and it's my mission to create the most simple, efficient, and effective client acquisition system possible. Something I've dubbed the Controlled Growth Framework, and to help you by either teaching you how to set up yourself or implementing it for you. There's a link below if you want that help. So let me show you how to build a form that people actually want to fill out and what to do after they submit so they don't just vanish into the abyss. Now, funnily enough, the lead form itself is where most marketers completely faceplant, because here's what they do. They write a headline that sounds like a tax form, and then they ask for everything except for a blood sample, and then they slap on a thanks page like it's 2004. Then they wonder why no one converts. So your headline should say exactly what they're getting. Nothing clever or vague, not let's connect and explore synergies, something like download the B2B sales framework, or book your free strategy call, or watch the 5-minute demo. That is it. Clear equals clicks, confusing equals they scroll past and go and watch a dog video. Next is the body copy section. Keep it short. You want to answer, why should I bother filling out this form? What am I going to get that benefits me? Tell them what they'll learn and what they're going to get. For example, this framework helped generate 250K in new business. Get the exact steps in under 10 minutes. That is enough. You don't need to write a novel. It's a form, not a sales page. And on screen are all the character limits of each section just to help you out. Now for the information you ask for. Here is the rule you must follow. Ask for the least amount of info you need to do your job. Some fields are pre-filled and they appear at the bottom half of the lead gen form. These do not really have an impact on completion rates. We usually ask for full name, email address, company, job title, LinkedIn profile URL. And sometimes we swap out email for work email. We also sometimes ask for a phone number, but I'm gonna get onto all of that in a second. The LinkedIn URL is actually gold. It lets you click on their profile and qualify leads fast and even DM them directly. This opens up another channel of communication, which by the way, we usually find is the most effective. And as a result, this is one of the most impactful reasons you'd ever want to use a lead gen form. Now, you can ask for verified work emails. This means LinkedIn will block out Gmail, Outlook, or Hotmail. And in theory, that sounds really, really good, but completion rates do usually drop. And in a recent test we ran, we actually found it was cheaper to let people use any email they wanted rather than the validation. You will still get work emails, and in the test we ran, the cost per work email was actually lower when we just let them put in any email they wanted. And when it comes to the phone number, you only really want to ask for the phone number if you're actually going to use it. Most of the time, it will result in a lower lead form completion rate. Now we get to the thank you message. This is where most people drop the ball. They just write, thanks for submitting. Cool. And then what? If you tell them they're done, they will think they're done and they'll click off the form. Instead, you want to use this real estate to tell them that they're not done and give them the next step. Some examples are, you're not done yet. Click below to confirm a time for your strategy call, or click below to immediately view your free training. At that point, you can then link them to a landing page, a calendar, or whatever the asset you're giving away is itself. Do not leave them hanging. You want to push them forward. So that is the form. Clean headline, short body, only the fields you need, and a proper next step. But now comes the question nobody talks about. When do you actually use lead gen forms? And really importantly, when should you not? Because if you're using them in the wrong situation, They just flat out don't work, and it's not the form's fault. All right, I need to say something that might offend a few marketers. Lead gen forms aren't always the move. I know, it's shocking, but using them in the wrong situation is like proposing on a first date. Technically, it's an option, but you're gonna get ignored, you're gonna get blocked, and you're probably gonna get talked about in a group chat. Lead gen forms work when the ask is small. Stuff like, download this thing, or watch this demo, or sign up for a webinar. Easy, low risk, doesn't make your brain hurt. It's like someone handing you a free donut. You don't ask questions, you just take it. Now here's when things get messy. You use a lead gen form to book a sales call. Someone fills it out, you get excited, you prep, you're ready, and then they vanish. The lead comes in for a sales call, you check your calendar, and there's nothing. You email, no reply, and at this point you're sending them good luck on their future endeavors and hoping they find true happiness. There's a caveat here. If you've warmed the lead up with other content, you can ask for a call with a lead gen form. But this is best done for remarketing, or if your offer is just absolutely mind-blowing. Next up, fun fact, some people just hate filling out lead gen forms. For example, cybersecurity, paranoid by default. You show them a lead form and they look at you like you've just asked for their bank details and a star sign. In those cases, lead gen forms aren't bad, they're just completely ignored. Also, if your offer takes more than 8 words to explain, don't use a form. Use a landing page with copy and context and logic, and add in a calendar booking tool. That's what we do once we've qualified someone. Fewer steps, more intent, less chasing people who apparently forgot they exist. So here's a quick cheat sheet on when to use lead gen forms. If you need 4 paragraphs to explain what it is you do, a form with 4 fields isn't going to cut it. So now we know how to set up the form and when to use it, but how do you use them in a campaign? First thing LinkedIn asks is, what's your objective? If you want to use lead gen form ads, you have to select the lead generation objective. Next, the ad format. Choose single image ad. Conversations can work, but they're best left in most cases for bottle of funnel remarketing. And video has its place, but most people, I'll be honest, they really suck at it. Single image is your reliable friend who turns up on time and gets the job done, so use it. Now, if you want a breakdown of how to set up audience targeting and everything else in the campaign manager, our LinkedIn ads setup guide has you covered. Next up, you need to attach your lead form to each ad in the ad creative section of the campaign builder. So now you know when forms actually work and when you're better off with something else. But here's the truth. Lead gen forms are only a tiny tactical part of the whole puzzle. The campaign, the form, the landing page, none of it matters if the rest of your system is broken. You still need a solid offer. You still need a follow-up sequence. You still need a funnel that actually builds trust with your target audience and turns leads into clients. And in this video, I will show you how we build that whole system, start to finish. It's our own signature system. It's called the Controlled Growth Framework. And this video shows you the entire system entirely for free.